Hi everybody, welcome back to Motivational Mondays with Tumi Mkha. Guys, please forgive me for putting this video up late. I have tried everything, not everything obviously, but a lot of things to try and get this video up on time, like early in the morning. And the other thing is I've been traveling, I've been busy, I've been tired, and I've been having blonde hair. I've been not wanting to have blonde hair, but it's here. And this is not one of those channels where I'm like, I unfortunately got my hair blonde and then I have like 3,000 views now. Sadly not. But I do have an exciting topic to talk about. This week I would like to delve deeper into what we spoke about last week. So last week we spoke about connecting the dots. This week I would like to talk about dealing with disappointments. Last week we touched a bit on it when I was talking about connecting the dots. By the way, if you have not watched the video on Steve Jobs, like, please go and watch it. Those who have watched it, they were like super inspired. Yeah, for those of you that have me on Instagram, I actually recorded a live video and I was hoping I could upload it onto YouTube because YouTube wasn't allowing me to get a live video because apparently I have less than 1,000 subscribers. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. I hope you guys get it, man. Like, hook me up, man, so we can do this thing live. Anyway, so the video is still up on Instagram. Unfortunately, I couldn't upload it onto YouTube, so I have to re-record the video. Okay, guys. So I was talking about dealing with disappointment, right? Story time. 2015, I entered, I don't know if you want to say enter or what, but a pageant, right? It was called Miss I don't know if I'm allowed to say stuff like that online, but yeah, it was Miss X. Let's call it Miss X. It was Miss X, and I was pretty excited about it because it wasn't my first time entering a pageant. The last time I entered a pageant was back in high school. Yes, in high school, and I won. Shout out to Pro Arte, my high school. Yes, I was Miss Pro Arte back in high school, and I thought, let me do this pageant thing again. You know, it worked out once for me. What's stopping it from working out again? So me, I enter there. I'm super excited. You know, the prizes are great. A friend of mine had entered before and she had won, so I thought, let me give it a go. And you guys know my stories kind of always end sad, but there's a comeback, I promise. So I didn't make it. I didn't actually like win the pageant, or yeah, I didn't even make it to like the finals or anything like that. It was just like, let's move on with our lives without Tumi type of thing. And I was a bit sad, but that day I took away a very valuable lesson. One of the judges said, what did she say? Oh yeah, one of the judges, she said, just because you didn't win today, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough or anything like that. It just could possibly be one of two things. Number one, you're not yet ready to be an ambassador for this brand. Or the other thing is, it could just be that you may be amazing, you're great, you know, you're taking over the world, but you're just not the right person for the brand. So the qualities that they're looking for, especially because this particular pageant or foundation, right, they look to like take young women and empower them. So when if you're already empowered, what are they going to do with you, for example? So I didn't win, and then I kept entering this thing year after year. So 2017 I went for the second time, and last year I went again, right? Because I felt like maybe it's because I wasn't ready. And then last year when I went there, you know, I took full force. I took full Tumi 100%. I was myself. I made sure that they see me for who I am, because in the 2 years that I had entered prior, I was going through life, right? And because I was going through life, it wasn't easy for me to be transparent in the way I spoke and the answers that I gave. I was trying to fit the brand, which is what I want to talk about, right? Just because sometimes you apply for a job and you don't get it, it doesn't mean that you are not good enough or the company is not good enough. Because what you need to remember is when you go for a job interview, you are also interviewing the company in as much as they're interviewing you, right? You're also interviewing the company. Like if you're going to try a new industry, let's say for example you want to now be a comedian and it doesn't work out for you, you're also auditioning comedy. Basically, as much as comedy is auditioning you to see can you be a good comedian, you are also checking if you like comedy. So you should never feel bad or not good enough because you didn't get into something. Because for example, when a company says to you that we don't think you're the right person for this job, they know the characteristics that they are looking for. So if you try and fit the characteristics, let's say they say they're looking for someone who's accurate, pays attention to detail, a perfectionist, blah de blah de blah de blah, and then when you get there and you pretend to be all of these things, get inside the company because your interview was amazing, obviously, and you actually don't fit in because a person will come and say you didn't put a comma here, you didn't what's here. Now you're miserable because you pretended to be something that you're not. They employed the something that you are not. And that something that you actually are has to work in this place, not the something that you are not. Back to the pageant. So last year, I actually entered the competition or the pageant for the third time. And I can confidently say that was my last time entering it. Not because it was super sad or I was depressed or anything like that after that, but it's because for the first time I made it to the finals and I still didn't win. And that was when I realized, because I said, like, I gave them my full 100% last year. It was me that was standing in front of them. So the fact that they rejected me, the fact that they didn't choose me, told me that, Tumi, you are not the right ambassador for this brand, right? It doesn't make the brand better than me. It makes the brand different from me. Just because they didn't choose me, it doesn't mean I'm not good enough for them. Or yeah, they were never good enough for me. It doesn't have to be like that, right? It can literally just be we are not a perfect match. Literally, when oil gets inside water and it doesn't gel with the water, do we say, yeah, the water is better than the oil? We don't, because it just simply means, Guti, they don't gel. Not that they are better. One is better than the other. My name is Tumi Mkha. Thank you so much for watching. I will be seeing you next week as I continue my drive to Cape Town.